Hey folks, well I think now you're kind of getting closer to who I am and what I've been doing. Anyway, this is video number 8, and as you can see, I'm a maritime officer. I'm a captain, and for many years, ever since I was a young boy growing up in Hawaii, I've always been fascinated by the ocean, and it started at a very young age. I grew up on the island of Oahu in an area called Kahaluu, and that's on the windward side of the island of Oahu. It's an area that at that time when I was growing up was very pristine. Now it's getting overcrowded, and well, you know, society and everything keeps growing along with everything else. But those are the years that I grew up as a young boy and going down to Heiakea Pier fishing, and hardly anybody was there. There's hardly any boats. Now the place is just a bustling small little boat harbor. But at the time I worked, in fact actually I had to beg to work for the guy who owned the place, and he was kind enough to hire me. I was real young, but I worked as his cleaning boy when I was almost 15 years old, and I just worked on Saturdays and I worked for lunch. Then as time went on, I worked in his small boat repair shop, but he also had a small little a glass bottom boat, and so that was my first experience as a deckhand, and I just loved it. We used to go around the island, Coconut Island, and then we used to drift over the reef looking at all of the fish, and so that's how I got my first taste of that. Then when I was a little bit older, about 15 and a half, 16, I moved to Kona, and that's when I got my first experience in the big game fishing. And I worked on a charter boat right in Kailua, Kona, because at that time Ponokahau Harbor wasn't even thought of being built yet. So all of the boats, all the fishing boats were in Kailua, Kona. And then from there I worked on aku boats and lobster boats and shrimp boats and just about every type of fishing boat, and then charter boats. And then from there I worked my way up to being a captain, and then I ended up being a captain on a very high-class cruise boat on the island of Oahu, taking out people who were very prominent in the world, very rich. Sometimes we'd have guests who came from Egypt, or we'd have guests who'd come over from China, and the U.S. Marshals would board the boat, and I'd take those people out for a meeting or for a cruise, a tour, and then back. So I pretty much spent my whole entire life on the ocean, and I've ran the whole entire gamut from working on small boats all the way up to large vessels. But this journey that I'm taking you folks on is to actually get to know me, and hopefully that I can share this journey with you folks of the search for justice against corporate negligence and abuse, and our rights that we have as American citizens to life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness on our United States Constitution. And right now, in 2012, I think we're getting real close to passing a law. It's called the Healthy Workplace Bill, to where they're going to try to make it against the law for employers to harass, intimidate, bully employees. So that's what's up in Congress right now as we speak. And it's kind of amazing because I had no idea about that until a couple of days ago, and it's kind of like right in line, but obviously it's been going on for quite a while. But now you kind of have an idea of who I am. In the next video, I'm going to tell you exactly what I did and get you involved in this journey with me. So until our next video, I'll talk to you folks later.